Happy New Year. Hi. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Let's try to say that again. Happy New Year. Happy 2021, my friends. I wanted to do a video today. Oh, I'm sorry. My little stand is kind of acting up, but nobody's in here anyway. Okay. Hi, it's Friday. It is January 1st. January 1st, 2021. My husband cut my hair for me this morning. He cut 4 inches off. He did a really good job. So thank you to my hubby because I didn't want to go anywhere and get my hair cut right now. So he got all the dead stuff off. I think he did a good job. What do you think? I mean, it's nothing drastic. He just got the junk off the ends. Happy New Year. Whoop, whoop. Hi, Lou. Hi, Relentless Pursuit of Shade. Oh, thank you. It's been a mess lately. Hi, Yesenia. Relentless Pursuit of Shade. Tracy, right? Tracy, is this your name over here? I can't see your little teeny pea heads on the comments. It's hard for me to recognize who you are. Well, there's Tracy Russell. Hi, Tracy Russell. Hi, Cat Cookie. Hi, Sharon. Thank you, Sharon, my friend. She says my hair looks great. Happy New Year to Brenda Schroeder. Suzanne's WW Life. Hello. Hi, Donna Copeland, my friend. Hi. Hi, Anne Marie. Happy New Year. Let me make sure I catch all you guys in here. Marilyn Phillips. Happy, healthy New Year, everyone. I love that. So I wanted to check in with you guys today. Now, I slept until 9:30 this morning. Yeah, Happy New Year to me. So I got to sleep really late. I woke up early. I was up and down all night last night, and I'll tell you guys why in a minute. We're going to have a very honest chat. We're going to have a very honest chat today. So if you're looking for me to blow smoke, ain't going to happen. I'm drinking coffee. But anyway, I slept in, and then I got up, and I was trying to sort of collect myself and think about today is the first day of a new year, which is always wonderful. And we can start now and look forward instead of looking backwards, which I really like, is to look forward. Sometimes that's hard, especially if you had a New Year extravaganza, which is what I ended up having unknowingly. In other words, I didn't know I was going to do that, but I did. So hi, Jill. Let's talk a little bit about intentions. And I don't really do New Year's resolutions. I didn't grow up doing them, so I never really understood what those were. And plus, you guys know everybody has a New Year's resolution they keep for like January, maybe February, and then we go back to our old habits, okay, the big ones. And I've been very frank with you guys that I have a big overarching habit that I am going to work really hard to break, which is sort of the starting and stopping and trying something new and blah, 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 on and switching on the app between 10 different plans, whatever app you're using, or, taking the weekend off or taking the month off. And then, I'm going to start again. So I've had a lot of that, going to weigh-ins, not going to weigh-ins, going to meetings, not going to meetings. So I'm working on this big overarching habit of being very consistent and tracking. And this has been something I've been working faithfully on since, was it September when I started talking to you guys about honest tracking every day and how difficult that has been for me, but so good and so eye-opening. So when we talk about going on and off of a plan, an eating plan or a health plan or whatever you're doing out there, I don't know. Our foundational thing for us, and studies have shown that journaling your food will help you in the long run, that's a huge habit to acquire and stick with. And they have found that people are more successful when they journal and write down what they're eating. Okay. So that's why some of these plans where you don't have a lot of things that you're tracking can kind of go off the rails unless you're just that person that, that works for you. Overarchingly, though, we also know that 3/4 of Americans now are obese, and that's very concerning. And so we need to look at what our diets consist of. And I'm using diet in nutritional terms and not in you're on a diet type, language. So let's start with tracking. Let's talk about calorie counting and tracking. And I've had kind of a light bulb moment this week. So, and I'm just talking about what's working for me. Something that I have noticed about using a point plan for me is that I can hide behind the points. All right. So when you first start tracking in calories, it can seem very overwhelming because you have thousands of calories, especially if you're coming from a point plan where you only had like 30 points and all of a sudden you have 1,800 calories. I think just moving back to that mentally for us is a lot because it seems very overwhelming. The reality is, though, once you get into it, it's very comforting to see that, oh, that donut that used to be 12, 15 points, something like that on a point plan is only 250 calories. And when I have 1,800 calories, I can budget that in and I can have that as part of an overall, moderate approach to my eating plan. We're not going to talk a lot about like what your diet consists of because we all know, especially if you've been on any kind of healthy pointed plan, we know what a healthy diet looks like out there, you guys. Okay, we all know there's lots of information on eating less processed food, eating lots of fruits and veggies, eating lean meats and lean proteins, incorporating fish into your diet a couple of times a week, drinking an adequate amount of water, not doing street drugs, all that. All right, I'm going to go into nurse land. I had that talk with somebody this week. We were talking about nutrition, and it's great to have good nutrition, but if you're doing street drugs, maybe we should start working on that first. So, hey guys. Hi, Sophia. Okay, Sophia says, who here can eat just one donut? That's right, Sophia. And sometimes you need to just buy one donut and leave the donut store and only have one donut in your possession. All right, I don't eat a lot of donuts. If you guys look back on my channel, I don't even think I've had a donut. I had a donut when we went to New York City last year. So, okay. So anyway, what was I talking about? Foundational tracking. Hiding behind a point. So there's a lot of ways to fudge a point. And what we know on pointed systems, a lot of the pointed systems, your points can range anywhere from 40 to 60 calories per point. But there's a algorithm there that decides the points for you. So there's ways to kind of fudge your calories. And I have always had in the back of my mind, and I just realized this, a question of, okay, well, I had 40 points today. How many calories does that equal to? And what I loved about the iTrack Bites app is if you are doing a pointed plan, you can put on your secondary metrics and track calories at the same time. But here's the thing. If I'm always looking at calories, why don't I just track calories? That became the big question. If I'm really going to be concerned with calories and sort of macronutrients as well, like how much protein am I getting? How much fat am I getting? How many carbs? How many donuts am I eating? With that high carb, high sugar count. So dialing it back to calories has been very eye-opening, and it has been, it's been rough at moments, okay? Because the reality basis of calorie counting can smack you in the face. All right. So I remember going to a meeting once and everyone was talking about, oh, yeah, every once in a while I have a 70-point day. And nobody ever really thinks about what that looks like, what 70 points looks like. But if you take, sort of the general 50 calories per point, that's saying that you have a 3,500 calorie day every once in a while. And if you look at our calorie deficit and the deficit that we need in order to go down on our weight, get to a healthier weight, you realize that 3,500 calories equals a pound. And that might be, if you're having a 70-point day every couple weeks, that might be why you're not seeing any movement on the scale or any, clothing size changes or, any non-scale victory type stuff that you want to see, like the loss of inches or that sort of thing. So I want to talk to you guys about last night because I've been into honest tracking. Christmas, I ate a lot of sugar and had like a breakout from that because I don't do a lot of sugar. Last night, I had 10 ounces of wine, which is about 2 glasses. And I feel like if I have actually 5 ounces as a serving, so 10 ounces would be 2 servings of red wine. And I feel like if I have wine, my, what's the word I was going to use? I lose inhibition. My inhibitions are lost in terms of food. All of a sudden, all of those great habits that I have sort of fly out the window when I've had a couple glasses of wine. Okay. And so last night I had a very calorie friendly dinner. And I made sure, because my husband and my son got wings. So I made myself some chicken tortilla soup that would be point friendly because I wanted to be able to have some chips and salsa. That was all part of my points. I was doing great. I had the wine budgeted in. And then it was like, oh, it's New Year's Eve. We're not doing anything. We had like a church service, but we're not doing anything. And I'm going to have some chocolate. Okay. So, of course, somebody had given us a bunch of chocolate at Christmas. It was still in the house. And for Amy, once I start, it's kind of like Sophia was saying about the donuts. Once I start with a piece of chocolate, I have trouble stopping. So I do a lot better when I don't start. Well, my inhibitions, I was what is the word is just not happening for me. I was free. I was free to the chocolate. The barrier was broken through. The gate was down. The fence had fallen over. There was a burglary in progress, a chocolate burglary in progress. And it's like, as soon as I ate one, I wanted 20. So I started tracking them. And the tracking, because I'd had the couple glasses of wine, normally tracking something stops me. This did not. I kept tracking. I want to tell you guys honestly how many calories I had last night. And this blew my mind this morning. Because last night I was in, oh, well, it's New Year's Eve. 2020 is gone and I'm going to just do the thing. Do it. I'm going to go out with a bang. Okay. Y'all are going to love this. So this is honest tracking for you. Hopefully you guys can see. Let me turn the brightness down. And this is very therapeutic, honestly, to be able to talk about this with you guys. How many times do people actually talk to you about how many calories they actually ate? Okay. Let's just be real here. Let's be real with each other here. I tell you guys my weight. I'm going to tell you this. My budget was 1746. I ended up 43.23 because after the chocolate, I had a piece of cake. I mean, it really added up. So I had wine, I had chocolate, I had cake. And you wouldn't think, honestly, that it would make that much of a difference. It made a huge difference. Back when I was counting points, it was less of an impact mentally for me to be like, oh, that would have been what, like 80 points? In fact, I probably would have just stopped counting the points. I would have been like, oh, I just used all my activity and all my weeklies, and we're just going to move on. Okay. So very eye-opening, very stark reality, and awesome data. So when I weigh in this week and I have a 2-pound gain or a 1-pound gain, or I don't lose anything, I have in red the fact that I ate that far over my calorie goal. Now, the rest of the week has been great because I've been completely on track. I got all my 10,000 steps in yesterday. I did a Leslie video. I got on the elliptical for 15 minutes because I had a feeling I was going to have some wine and some chocolate. But anyway, I love that data. I love that it's there for me. So when I weigh in, there's no question. I don't have to think about maybe I need less points. Maybe I need more points. Maybe I need to not eat my weeklies. Maybe I shouldn't eat my activity. No, maybe I should eat my activity. Does that make sense? There's just not a lot of questions there. So I just wanted to share that with you and talk a little bit about how I personally feel like I was hiding behind points. I'm not saying anyone else is doing that. I know this program works for a lot of you guys, and I have a lot of friends on pointed plans. I totally support you. I know that they can be effective. I need to do something different, okay? So please don't feel like I'm saying anything about what you are doing. I'm talking about Amy. Now let's talk about intentions for 2021. You guys know that a couple years ago, I read the Beck Diet Solution, and it talked a lot about using your why and writing your why down, and then reading your why in the morning and the evening. So I have my whys written on these little 3x5 cards, and I had gotten out of the habit of reading them. And I think I need to work on them a little bit more, but I am back to this place of understanding that for me, my why is a feeling, whether it's a physical feeling of less pain or it's an emotional feeling. That's where I'm in, or that's where I'm at. It's not about the data for me. So that's where I sort of get lost. It's not about I want to wear for me, it's not about I want to wear a size 8 or I want to weigh 180 pounds or whatever. I want my hip to waist ratio to be within normal limits. It's not a number. It's the feeling for me that is my why. And so I'm going back through this, and for myself, I'm re-identifying those feelings, like feeling less pain, feeling joy at the beach, feeling in control, those types of things. And then I've set my alarm back on my phone to read this in the morning before I eat. Okay. And then in the evening before I go to bed. I had gotten into a really good pattern with that. And I think now that I'm going into my tracker in the evening and closing my tracker out, that's a really good time to look at my why. I want to talk about that as well because I think it's important for those of us using the Lose It app. And mentally can be such a good thing. I've talked to you guys before about in the evening closing the kitchen and what that looks like. I love that the Lose It app actually has a place right here where when you are ready to close your kitchen at night, you punch you punch the done logging button, and it tells you where you're at on your streak. Okay, so it's like today, it says 5-day streak. Voila, Friday is done. When you log 7 days in a row, we'll have enough data to project a more accurate goal date. Okay, so I love that this is the time to punch that button, you guys. Close the kitchen, punch that button. We've been doing that over in my little antiquated support group. Lose It has groups. I wish there were a little bit more bells and whistles, like we could post pictures and stuff over there, but they have a very loosey-goosey sort of support group that reminds me of the old message boards where you just really can post like little messages and comments to each other. But a lot of us in the evening have been punching the button. In other words, we're done logging, we punch that button, and that's a good time to review your whys. Okay, and leave the kitchen. Clean the kitchen, close the kitchen. Make sure your tracker is up to date. Pre-track tomorrow if you need to, all of those good things. So I would love to hear a little bit more about your guys's intentions for 2021. I have some pretty simple ones. I'm just trying to keep it simple, which is tracking in my Lose It app, and then working on, checking these out in the morning, in the evening. I have some other things I'm doing, like activity and water, but I really want to work on some of these overarching big habits for me that are going to get me to my goal. The Lose It app gives you like an idea of when you could get to your goal if you stick with tracking, which I think is so fun. Mine says like October, which I think once you've tracked for 7 days, once it sees what I did yesterday, it may say you will never get to your goal. Once it looks at my New Year's Eve. But anyway, so yeah, I'm on day 5 of tracking with Lose It. If you want to find me over on the Lose It app, my email is nisfornurse, it's one word, at yahoo.com. Just hit add friend under the group section. Let me show you where that is, because I know I've had a lot of you guys. So where it says social, you go to social, and then you hit friends up here at the top where it says friends, and then add friend. And put my email in, nisfornurse@yahoo.com. It will send me a little notification, and I'll friend you, and I'll invite you to our little rudimentary group over there so we can chit chat. Let me check the comments out. Hi, my friend Melody. She says, I want to prevent diabetes and have functioning knees. Very good. I love that. So you have some very concrete whys there. That's perfect. Make sure you write them down, Melody, and look at them in the morning and the evening. Once we put them into the physical world, once we write them down, they become real for us. And as we review them, especially if you have temptation and you feel like you're going to, just go bonkers in the kitchen, be great to have these on your fridge or something like that, or near your refrigerator, near your tracker, or whatever works for you, and review those and just remember, and then honestly track. If you do decide to have 2 donuts, put them in your tracker and then adjust your day around that, or adjust your activity around that, if you can. Yesenia Bell, hi. She said, I started today counting calories. Good for you. Congratulations. Hi, Janet Colbert. How are you? I'll try to post a link down below for the Lose It app if anybody wants to look. Oh, I had a little tip for you guys. Okay. I'm new to Lose It. I don't work for Lose It. I don't get any money from Lose It. This is all because I had an old doctor friend say something about it. In fact, when I joined Lose It, I saw that in 2016, I had downloaded the free app, and it was when I was working with this doctor that really loved Lose It. So when you join Lose It and hit premium, and I can't tell you all the bells and whistles with premium. You'll have to just look at the website. If you don't want to pay the full price and you X out of it, somebody told me that they will send you an email a day or 2 later with a sale price. Now, I can't guarantee that. Like I said, I don't work for them. But, if you're not wanting to pay $39.99 for the year, I got a year for $19.99. There might be an even better deal today. Who knows? I don't know. But if you would like to pay even less money, I know a lot of you guys have talked to me about budget, and this year wanting to work on your budget, and that you can't maybe afford some of the other pointed plans or other apps out there. I think $19.99 for the year is great. I also think $39.99 for the year is a great price, considering that's what I was paying monthly. I was paying a little bit more than that monthly for my WW app. Nancy said that happened to her. So she went to try to sign up, got the regular price, X'd out of it, and got an email and was able to sign up. Nancy, is that what you're saying? Sign up for the sale price. Let's see. Melody says they are running a sale for 50% off today. So go check that out on the Lose It app. And I don't have a lot of information. So if you have more information, please post it in the chat or down in the comments so people can navigate over there. Sophia, what? Sophia says that happened to me. The app said I would reach my goal in 34:17. Wow. That's a long time. Like I said, after you track for a week, they say that they will more accurately give you an idea of when you can expect to reach your goal if you are consistent, if you stay within the calories they give you and you track. So, hi, Janet. How you doing? Let's see if there's any other comments. Leslie says, I have been calorie counting since the day after Christmas, and I'm in shock that I'm down 5 pounds. Leslie, that's such a great way to start 2021, isn't it? To feel very in control and like you have something that's doable. Jan spells, the same thing happened to me when I drink alcohol, which is why I put the Chiller's champagne bottle back on the wine rack before we opened it. Thanks for sharing the reality of your evening. Yeah, and I think that that's something that this year I am not drinking Diet Coke specifically. Now I still drink, the Zevias or whatever. I like sparkling things, but Diet Coke, Diet Dr. Pepper, not drinking. I did that a few years ago and I just felt so much better, you guys. My weight decreased. I had less bloating. My skin was clearer. For me, it seemed to increase my water intake. So it was a really good move for me. I think wine is going on the back burner as well. I'm not going to say I'm not going to drink it in 2021, but yeah. Robbie Evans says, I always gain weight when I drink alcohol. Robbie, that's really good feedback. Yeah. And Ruth B says, alcohol always makes me hungry. Hi, Rebecca Gome. Hi, Jenny. Relentless Pursuit of Shade says, wine makes me fall off every time. It's so good, but really I have better control with vodka and club soda. Oh, that was a good comment. Okay. Lou G says, when I track WW and lose it simultaneously, I would be way out of points, but still had plenty of calories left for the day. So my bottom line is that I had a tendency to undereat on WW. Lou, I've had over in my, first of all, in my DMs on Instagram, which I get a lot of messages from you guys. I've had a lot of people tell me that they were under eating on WW. So, I mean, I don't know much about that. I have the other problem always. But also over on Lose It, people were saying, oh my goodness, I feel like I have more calories and I feel more satisfied. And I feel like I was really under eating on WW. So let me know if you feel like that was the case for you. I know on iTrack Bites, on Conquer Cravings, they specifically tell you, the coaches specifically tell you to make sure you eat all your weeklies because they're built in the plan, and otherwise you would be under eating calories. Like you'd only be eating like 900 or 1,000 calories. So this is why we need a lot of guidance. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, Amy, don't get off on a soapbox. Okay. Hi, Melissa Collins. Happy New Year to you. Home with Casey. Hi. Just joining in. I'm so motivated today. Super excited to see you on. Hi, everyone. Hi, Casey. Thanks for coming and hanging out. Happy New Year to you. Terry, we met. Did I say that right? Good morning to you. Thanks for joining in. Hi, Jean Smola. Happy New Year. Brenda Schroeder, did I say hi already? I don't know if I did or not. It's hard to keep up sometimes. Hi, Aaron Rick. You're counting calories too. I didn't know that. Thanks for coming and hanging out. So it sounds like we've got a lot of people. There's Christine Murphy, my friend. She says, I never close the kitchen. I'm on track during the day, but then insomnia takes over and I snack all night. Not sweets, salt and crunch. Christine, isn't it funny how we're all human beings, but we have such a varied experience and we approach things in such a different way. I think that's, I was talking about this over on Instagram. I was doing a story over there and I was walking. And, if there was one thing that worked for everybody, none of us would have a weight problem. Finding that thing that's going to work for you and your lifestyle. And, the other thing I like about Lose It, you can do genetic, like ancestry testing on here, and they will tell you how that impacts your, why isn't my picture on here? Okay. That it will tell you how that impacts your weight loss. So if you hit yourself in the head on the app, I always say, hit yourself in the head up here. Okay. And it brings you to this menu of all kinds of cool stuff. if you scroll down, it says DNA. I was like, DNA? What's happening? When you click on that, it says Lose It's DNA Insights. Upload your DNA to access Lose It's DNA Insights and how your genetics affect your weight loss, your nutrition, fitness, sensitivities, and tests. So DNA education, Ancestry DNA is on here. 23andMe is on here. And you can order a kit through them as well. So I thought that was really cool. I might do that at some point and I'll share the results with you guys. Did I tell you that whole story about my mom doing that? And my brother calling me and saying, Mom did DNA, because my mom's adopted, you guys. So, and we don't know a lot about her family stuff. So genetically, we have some stuff that we are always questioning, but she did a DNA thing to kind of find out what her ancestry and origins are. And when she got it back, my brother called me and he said, we're Bulgarian. Did I tell you guys this story? And I was like, we're Bulgarian. So this is back when I was homeschooling my kids. I did a whole research. We did a whole little project. We just did this whole thing on Bulgaria and learning the culture and the foods. And we did some cooking. It was really fun. And then I talked to my mom a couple months later and she's like, oh yeah, did Peter tell you got the DNA stuff back? We're Bavarian. I was like, in the US, many people are Bavarian. Okay. I was like, oh, we're not Bulgarian, which I know when I was studying that, I was like, that doesn't really resonate, with some of the stuff, but okay, sure. Anyway, we're Bavarian, so we like beer apparently. Hi, Donna McKean. Donna says, hello, everyone changing to Lose It, taking a break from WW. Not sure if I will ever go back to WW. If you guys do a search on leaving WW right now on YouTube, there's a lot of food for thought on WW and some of the partners that they've had lately. And there's a lot of controversy there. I haven't dug into it too much, but please go watch some of those videos. I think that will help you make an informed choice about who you're giving your money to as well. Hi, D. Florentino. Happy New Year. Hi, Joe Collins. Happy New Year. Hi, Jen Rundall. Oh, okay. So Jen, I did the 2 pounds a week sedentary. I figured I needed some help, but I did another, I can't remember who he is. He's a guy here on YouTube and he talks about figuring out your calorie deficit range. And he was, from the calculation I did, it was like 1,700 to 1,800, somewhere in there. And that's the one that fit the Lose It app for me. So we're going to see how that goes. But that's where I'm trying to stay, is 1,700 to 1,800 calories for me. And I'm tall, I'm 5'9". You guys know that. I'm about 260, 250, 260 pounds, depending on the New Year's Eve binge. Okay, guys, it was great seeing you all. Let me know what your intentions are. Let me know if you're going to take advantage of, writing out your whys and looking at those a couple times a day. I'd like to hear more about how you feel about honestly tracking calories and if that's changed sort of the way you think about things, coming from a different perspective of no counting plans or point plans or whatever, just what your experience is. I like that I'm not tracking in a couple different places because I had been doing that for a few months and I was getting super frustrated. So that's a whole other story. Hi, Janet. All right. Happy New Year. Stay in orbit, everybody. I have another food vlog that I have 2 right now that I didn't really finish out, but we'll see what I can get up for you guys. So I started tracking calories on Monday. So this next Monday will be like my official weigh-in on the Lose It app. Somebody asked me about that. I think you can weigh in whenever you want on this app. Some people said they said weigh in daily. I never saw it ask me for a daily weight. I think it just lets you weigh in whenever you want. You just hit the thing. But I'm going to do Saturday updates on weight loss here because that's worked really well on my channel. And we're doing that in the group as well. So it doesn't matter when you weigh in. We're going to talk about weigh in on Saturdays. So I think tomorrow I might come on and tell you what my weigh-in is for tomorrow, but it's not really an accurate 7 days on the Lose It. So we'll see. Okay. Kat D says you can, but this app starts on a Monday. Really? I didn't know that. That's funny because that's when I started with Lose It. So you guys take care out there. Have a wonderful first day of 2021. Oh, Jan Spell says, as a woman of color, I was grateful for your guidance to look at YouTube videos concerning people that WW supported. Grateful. I've obviously left them, so thank you. Jan, I support you, and I cannot speak from your place because I don't have the same lens as you. But I want you to know that I was extremely uncomfortable. I was so disappointed in what I was reading about WW and them partnering with people that just disgusted me, honestly. And I have several friends that are women of color. And the minute I saw that they were leaving, I supported them fully. And I'm not supporting WW financially at all at this time. My app is still on my phone because I signed a contract. So I'm really, really sorry about that. And it's embarrassing, honestly, to be associated with that at this time. I don't even know what else to say. But the things that I saw on YouTube and the things I read were just disgusting to me. So anyway, thanks for commenting, Jan. And I'm so sorry about that. Heavy stuff. So Barb Britton says Bulgaria, Bavaria, hilarious. The other thing I want to just mention something that Jan hit on, and I want you guys to go do some research on this on YouTube about what we're putting our money towards. Companies can mess up. There is a time and a place and a way to say that, hey, we were wrong and we're changing our ways. And WW did a crappy job with that. The post that they put up apologizing for who they associate with and the way that they handle things was in a story that disappeared. I can't even find the story right now on Instagram. So I don't know why they're handling something like that is so important, the way that they're handling it. And like I said, I can't speak as an expert on this because I don't have all the information, and that's why I've been really careful. But it's not right, you guys. Okay? So love you all. Give me a thumbs up. Jen Rundale says, I can't even support that stuff, Amy. 100 with you on all that. Me too. Donna says, shame on them. I know, Donna. I was so just disgusted. Lou G says, it's inexcusable. I can't wait to be done with my contract. Lou, I'm in the same place. In fact, I'm getting chills right now because it was really disgusting. So anyway, trying to be tactful because I see myself as an ally and not an expert. And just know my money's not going there and I'm done. So I'm going to put my money into companies like iTrackBytes and Lose It and support my friends out there. So love you all. God bless. If you like videos like this, Kat D, you can do a search on YouTube and Google, but I would start with YouTube on why I'm leaving Weight Watchers or leaving Weight Watchers, leaving WW. There are a lot of people that understand the ins and outs of that a lot better than I do. But, it really started with Kurbo for me. Kurbo, was that the name of it? It started with Kurbo. So, and then it progressed into this, and then the way they've handled it is wrong. So it's wrong. Hi, Suzanne. Changing habits, getting out of comfort zones, not allowing food to take over my emotions in 2021. I love it. Kat D, yeah, for sure. Jennifer Reynoso says, I love Weight Watchers because you hardly need to count. I tried calorie counting and it just seems as easy. I don't know what happened and doesn't matter to me. No one is perfect. We all make mistakes. And Jennifer, I support you in doing WW. But I also have my own pocketbook and I get to support the companies that I feel like are handling things correctly. So Jennifer says, I didn't like the changes they made when Oprah came in, but oh well. Yeah. Hi Kelly, how you doing? Save this video. I'm here late and missed what's going on. And I'm really surprised that Oprah hasn't done something about this situation. So that surprises me about her. Okay, guys, hang in there. Lou G says exactly. No shade to anyone doing WW, but I'm done. That's right. You guys make a choice. We all have free will. So Felicia says I'm done too. And there are there's other apps that you can use to track points, like iTrackBytes. So I heavily support them. They're amazing. The people behind iTrackBytes, amazing. Their coaches are fantastic. All right, guys, hang in there out there. I will see you guys later. I'm going to go run around with my hubby. I think we're going to go take a walk because it's actually not raining today. So I will talk to you later. Bye.